Oh, Brute Force was such a sick game.
Yeah.
Remember, that's like the first game I bought on the first Xbox.
Yeah, I think that's the same for me.
That and Halo, of course. So you're going $20 for the Dreamcast, right?
Uh-huh. Plus all the games and all that stuff.
I got you. Looks like he wants $1 for all the games over here, I'm guessing. Sonic Adventures.
Only thing about this one is I don't have the video connected.
Okay,
for
that
it.
can. I think Bookmans will have those.
Yeah, they should.
Shenmue. This is such a weird, awesome game.
Yeah.
Just like a movie. I think they're finally making a third one, I've been told.
Yeah, it can finally simulate a full 8 hours of a world
Right.
or something. Yeah.
Just what you wanted. Hey, so I'm gonna add these 3 games to it. You said $1 a game, right?
2
They're
for a buck.
Okay, cool.
So you can just call it another buck for those.
Okay, I'm gonna run out to my car really quick. Can you set this on hold for
Yeah,
me?
definitely.
I'll be back in 5 seconds.
Sure, no problem.
Thanks, dude. So $21?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Doing good. Looks like you're staying busy here.
Good morning.
Trying to get it on, right?
That's right. That's just because it's pretty dusty in here.
Okay. Yeah, I've usually seen all of them.
On the first Silent Hill.
Did you leave the laundry room open?
On the Twisted Metal. Hey, if I buy the PS1, can I throw these games in with it too?
Yeah, actually I was gonna throw those in there. So
All right, sweet. So $10 for all this?
Yep.
All right. Oh man, I'm out of money now. Oh well. Here you go. Thank you, sir.
Is these games 2 for $1?
Uh-huh.
What is going on YouTube? White here, back in the downsized property. Link and Mario are over there before anyone asks about them. I know they're always up. Minus Fanny Pack today. He's on a little vacation to San Diego. Most people have normal semester classes. I guess he took summer school, so right now is his like break in mid-August randomly, but he's in San Diego. He's going to check out some game hunting over there. He might stop by Luna Video Games, Flea Market Madness, Swap Meet. He might do some of that stuff. Not sure what he's doing, but I ended up going out without him to the garage sales this morning and had some absolutely ridiculous luck. Fanta has kind of bad luck about the times he doesn't come out. Amazing stuff materializes. So the very first find, this was off SpyCam. A reseller approached me as I was leaving a garage sale. He apparently recognized me. I had no idea who he was. And he's like, hey, I got these PS2s. You interested? And I guess he had gotten 2 fat PlayStation 2s for $4 a piece at some other garage sale. So he offered them to me for 20 bucks for both of them. And I went with that deal. I was hoping that GameStop is still doing the trade-in for 30 bucks a piece for these. I do not think they are. But my thought process was I could go get a new game basically for the price of $20, and FIFA is coming out. So is that new Gears of War that looks kind of... I know it's a remake, but it looks pretty sick. So that was a pretty good deal. Sorry for having a little bit of a hoarse voice today. So the next find was absolutely ridiculous. You guys saw this on SpyCam. Maybe 9:00. No, it was probably about 8:40 in the morning. So it was kind of late as garage sales go. All this stuff was sitting out, probably because it was not named Mario or Pokemon. But this was probably the most ridiculous Dreamcast lot I've ever seen in my entire life. I've gotten a bigger lot than this, but I spent a lot more money. I'll start off with the stuff that was not in the lot. This guy was asking 50 cents a game, and I immediately spotted this out, and I was like, wow. I turned on the SpyCam on the spot. I didn't want to risk walking back to my car, and it looks like he got this at GameStop for 50 bucks. Wow, back in 2002. That's kind of cool. He still has a receipt from 2002. But this game is mint and obviously extremely valuable. It is complete, and the disc is literally flawless. This guy probably bought this new at GameStop, and then I'm assuming didn't play it that much. But really excited about this. I always collect GameCube games. If it's valuable and I don't have it, it goes into my collection period. So this will be going into my collection. 50 cents for a $50 game. You cannot beat that to start the day. Also thrown in the 50 cents pile, Silent Hill 2 on PS2. The first one, which I'll get to in a minute, is one of my favorite survival horror games of all time. It still holds its charm today. I'm going to be honest, I've never played the second one, but it is on PS2. I guess they never came out with another one on PS1, they just had the first one. But for 50 cents, it's a pretty good value. It's probably a $15, $20 game if you were to buy it elsewhere. And then good old Metroid Prime, in very nice condition. I will be replacing mine with this. This is like brand new condition. Not a valuable game by any means. Kind of a cool instruction booklet. But for 50 cents, I should have picked up all those games. I know everyone's going to say that. To be honest, I spent $31 at this yard sale, and I think I had $32 total. So I really didn't have any extra money for BSing. But yes, I should have bought all those games at 50 cents a piece. Before anyone corrects me, you guys are absolutely right. So we'll get into the Dreamcast lot. Just kind of sitting, really dusty. It's probably been in this box for years. You can see the asking price was 20 bucks. We'll get the system out of the way here. It's been quite a long time actually since I've seen a Dreamcast in the wild. It's kind of dusty. And he did mention it's missing the AV cables, which when I saw the games in this lot, the AV cables were the last thing on my mind. Controller with memory cards. First party controller. This thing's kind of neat. I've never seen one of these. A fishing peripheral. Probably goes with that Bass Pro Shop game, but kind of neat. I mean, I'm not going to use it, but it's just kind of a cool concept. I miss when stuff like this exists. We don't see any peripherals like this anymore. Although they are bringing Rock Band. Is it Rock Band or Guitar Hero? They're bringing one of those series back, apparently, to try to breathe life back into it. And this, I can admit, I've never seen one of these before in my life. A Dreamcast mouse. I know it was popular for trying to incorporate the internet in a lot of the stuff it did. Of course, it came out back in the early 2000s when the internet was just getting the ball rolling, basically. I know it's been out longer than that, but it was starting to become like publicly popular in the early 2000s, late 90s. we'll get into games. Games are breathtaking. There's no other way to put it. Grandia 2. Don't know anything about this series. It might be a Dreamcast exclusive, but I do know that this is mint condition. Literally mint condition. This guy kept really good care. He kept good care of the important games, and it looks like a CD came with it, and the CD is unplayed, it looks like. He kept good care of the valuable games, and some of the crappier games are beat up. I don't know if he knew, I don't know, but it works for me. Resident Evil Code Veronica. This is a really fun Resident Evil game, besides the fact that they start you with a lighter in a horde of zombies. That's how brutal this game was. I think I played this a lot on PS2 as a kid. I don't think I played it on Dreamcast. But it's not quite complete. It's missing the back art or something, but both discs are accounted for. This is a game I've always wanted to play and I've never found it. Jet Grind Radio. There's a game on Xbox that came out that was like a spiritual successor to this, and it's just a really cool cel-shaded game where you go like tag buildings and you're on rollerblades. It's supposed to be a fun game. When I think of Dreamcast, this game always comes to mind in the kind of like the 5 games I think of as Dreamcast. Exclusives, it might not be an exclusive. Like I said, I know an Xbox game came out that was with a similar name, but I thought it was like a spiritual successor. But I'm excited to play that original one. Bass Pro Shop Fishing obviously came with that peripheral. Web Browser 2.0, back to what I was talking about with the internet being a relevant thing. Virtual Tennis, I love these games at the arcades. I'll go out drinking at I don't know if it's even open anymore, but it was a bar with a bunch of arcade games, and I'd always play this. And tennis games are just really fun. Video games, they transition into video games very well. NBA 2K, generic sports game. Grab a swig of water here. It's nice to do the pickup videos with Phantom because then there's 2 people talking, not just one. Phantasy Star Online. The case is a little bit beat up here, but it is complete. Yeah, the case is broken, but other than that, it's in decent condition. Shenmue, the original Shenmue. I've learned my lesson to not say anything positive or negative about this game because it always generates butthurt for some reason. It is a game, and it came out on Dreamcast, and there was a sequel on Xbox, and I guess the 3rd one is about to get greenlit on crowdfunding or something. But this is complete, and it comes with a Shenmue passport. I don't know what all this stuff was. I don't think I played the first one. I played the second one on the original Xbox a little bit, but I don't think I ever played this one. Disc 3. It comes with a shit ton of disc. Yeah, it comes with 3 discs for the game, it looks like, and then it comes with Shenmue passport. Looks like he got this for $15 at some point. But again, mint condition. These conditions are just awesome. That's why I love to buy game lots from adults as opposed to younger people, because adults keep stuff in very good condition. Quake 3 Arena. An FPS, it looks like, on the Dreamcast. I'm not sure how it translated over. Obviously a PC game at heart. What the hell happened here? What is this? It says Metal Gear Solid Dreamcast. I don't know what that means. For US and PAL versions, I don't know what this means. Dreamcast, it says Metal Gear Solid, and it has a very bizarre disc. I don't know if it's a pirate or what. Hopefully one of you guys that knows a lot more than me can answer that question. But kind of weird. Kind of a weird title. It has Metal Gear Solid stuff on the back. And it says Metal Gear Solid for US and PAL versions. I assume this was just a port from the PlayStation 1 over to the Dreamcast that he bought pirated or something. I don't know. Weird. Very bizarre. The day one buy of the lot by far. I wish I could find this on GameCube, but I can't complain for a second. Skies of Arcadia, brand new condition. Both discs are accounted for, and there's a little dust on it, but the discs are perfect. If you have this game on GameCube and you want to trade straight across for this, I will do that trade. I collect GameCube games. I don't really collect Dreamcast, although I might have to start after this ridiculous lot. But it's supposed to be a very, very fun game. Kind of rare, as I understand. Not a bunch of copies here in the U.S., but to find this in a bargain bin it's just one of those things that's I almost had to do a triple take when I saw it initially. I was like, wow, good game, good game, good game, and then Skies of Arcadia came out in the back, and I was like, unbelievable. And like I said, pretty close to mint condition. So do not send me a message. Facebook, notify me on Facebook if you're interested in trading this straight across for the GameCube version. I think the values are pretty close. Just let me know if you want to do that trade. But for the meantime, I'll be holding on to this. It's a really good type of annoying, but it's kind of annoying to some extent. How do I word this without getting people really mad? That we keep finding all this stuff, because I'm trying to get rid of a bunch of these video games so that we can renovate the game room and Fanta can move in his collection. But we keep finding these big lots of games, and it's it's slowing the process down of liquidating the game room so that Fanta can move in. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 on the Dreamcast, obviously a port from the PS1 version. Sonic Adventure. Surprisingly, the second one wasn't in this lot. I was kind of surprised because he had to get pretty good taste in games. But Sonic Adventure, the first one. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. I noticed he had this on PlayStation 1 as well. I don't know anything about this series. But case is a little bit beat up. It looks like he bought this pre-used from someone. Crazy Taxi. This was another really fun arcade game. Kind of frantic. I almost want to call it open world. It reminded me a lot of that feeling you had in Grand Theft Auto the first time you played it, where you could go anywhere you want and do anything you wanted. And then the original Metal Gear Solid in this big fat box. I don't know why this was in with the Dreamcast games, but I'm not going to complain. It's a really fun game. I like to go back once every 2 years or so and play through this for an hour. It's a really fun like sneak around type game, sneak around action game. Kind of like Splinter Cell games, if you recall those. I wish they would redo that series too. That series was awesome. So we're going to take a quick break and then I'll get into the next lot. Alright, so the next lot was at the same cell, kind of off to the side. As I was looking at the Dreamcast stuff, this was over on my right in the corner. And I came back with the $21, paid him for the Dreamcast lot immediately, and because I wanted to get that transaction done. And then I noticed this in the corner. And the first thing that caught my eye was the Resident Evil 2. And as I said, this guy had such meticulous care of his stuff. I was like, I'm sure this is going to be in great condition. And sure enough, the discs, again, are just perfect. Comes with Claire, and let's make sure it has the other guy, Leon. They're in the wrong order, but I'm not going to be butthurt about that. He did want $10 for the lot. Obviously, already with Resident Evil 2, it was a good deal. But for a moment, I was going to try to just buy a Resident Evil 2 for 50 cents until I noticed some of the other stuff with this lot. Tekken 3. That was another game I played. I think that was the one I played in the arcades a bit. Maybe it was Virtua Fighter. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. Again, he must have really liked this game. That one's not perfect like the other games. The new Tetris. Not sure how this was different than the original Tetris. Missing disc. So, case for the new Tetris. Or a case for other stuff, if you will. Spyro Year of the Dragon. He had a lot of these Spyro games. Case only, again. I didn't check through a lot of these. I guess I should have. But I was in kind of, I don't want to say a hurry, but I wanted to buy the lot and get the hell out. Medieval. This is a day one buy. I remember seeing this game. I think they, for a while, attempted to make this guy kind of the PlayStation mascot. Amidst the Crash Bandicoot and Lara Croft days, this guy was always kind of in the equation. So I'm assuming this was a really cool game. Again, as far as platformers go, I want to find that Maximo game really badly. It's not a valuable game, but we never find it. But let me know if this is a fun game. I just recognized that guy's pretty iconic. Here's the next Tetris. The game was in there, in the sleeve for some reason. Spyro Ripto's Rage. This one's incomplete and in nice condition. I just don't have room here anymore. I know I've said that a bunch of times, but that's why this game room needs to get renovated, is so I can have shelf space all over the place instead of just right here, because my PlayStation, this is my PlayStation collection and it's already out of space. Tekken 2. This is a Twisted Metal game. I'm pretty sure it doesn't say on the disc. I'm pretty sure it's Twisted Metal 1 or 2 or something. Pretty cool artwork. I thought for a second it was Toomba 2, but regrettably negative. Duke Nukem Total Meltdown. Duke Nukem games were great back in the day. It's in like a... oh, okay. You got this used from who knows where. Kind of a cool disc, and the disc is, again, dusty but good condition. I didn't know a Duke Nukem game came out on PS1. Actually, maybe that's... I used to play one of the originals. I don't remember what system it was on. This is a day one buy. Even though it's not first party, a fighting stick type thing for the fighting games, obviously. And if you're competitive into those, you have to play with something like this. I am not, however. Game Shark for PlayStation. Never seen one of these, to be totally honest. And it does have a disc in here. That's a pretty cool find, actually. I've never seen one. Everything's all dusty. Can tell it's been in these guys' garage. The sale said they were, quote-unquote, trying to clear out garage space. And with these lots and these prices, they really were. They weren't resellers. They weren't trying to make money. They were just trying to get rid of space. The original Silent Hill, as I mentioned earlier, bought used at GameStop for $13 at some point in history. And this game is amazing. It's still to this day, despite the fact that it's 20 years old, makes me feel uneasy when I play it, which is just a rarity for a survival horror game. The camera angles and how they pan overhead and stuff, it was so well done, so amazing at the time, and it still just holds that fear to this day. Maybe some of it's part of a nostalgic fear, but it still works for me. Driver in this little like sleeve. And a PlayStation with a Final Fantasy inside. What? Final Fantasy 9? Disc 3 only. Guess we'll never get the rest of those discs. And a first party controller without the double analog joysticks. So that is it. As I said, Fanta will be back next week. I'm desperately trying to get items from this game room out, be it to my room, to my mom's house, or sold if I do not absolutely need it. We are trying to renovate this game room, put shelves on the walls, and redo the floor. As I've said a million times, until I start to get rid of stuff and renovate this game room, I'm kind of out of space for adding to my collection. Once we get shelves all the way up to the ceiling, space will no longer be an issue, and Fanta will have a place to move his game collection into. So that is it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. We will be back in the near future with another Find Site video, and Fanta might have some game hunting footage from San Diego. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel, and have a good rest of your week. Later.